This is the best of the Church of Lazlo on 96.5 The Buzz.
All right, here's a question for you.
Shoot.
It's kind of like that if you win the lottery thing. You know I love that stuff.
Sure.
But take the lottery out of it.
Okay.
Say that someone's going to give you a free home somewhere, okay? Mm-hmm. And it's your dream home. Would your dream home be? And these are some of the options. Maybe you want to live in a sweet apartment in London or something. Maybe you want to move to Europe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you love the suburban life, you love Kansas City, and you want to have a big, giant McMansion in Leawood or whatever, okay? Because you want to send your kids to a good school and you like Kansas City. Maybe you want to live on the ocean. Maybe you want a condo in Manhattan, like a Taylor Swift condo in Manhattan.
Sure. Eli Manning's is for sale.
His is sweet. If you've never seen pictures of Eli Manning's, his windows just look out over the skyline. It's amazing. So it tells a lot about a person where you would want to live. And if you say I'd get a yacht and I'd just live in the yacht, okay, you can live in a yacht. What do you pick? Because Lazlo and I were talking about this earlier.
I'm doing a house on the ocean.
House on the ocean.
Yeah.
Like Florida, California.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could do either or.
Like one of those houses that's right up on the beach.
Laguna or something, or I could go South Florida too, yeah.
Like in the movies.
Yeah.
And they live on the beach and they're sitting out there on their
and your deck's
porch,
right on the ocean and sand underneath it. Yeah, I'd go with that.
That's pretty sweet.
I'd probably go coast of Spain.
So you want to live on the beach, but you want to live in Europe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Spain?
No.
You should probably go there before you pick.
Might want to check it out.
Well,
maybe you don't like tapas.
What I've seen on TV, that's why I like it so much, the tapas, and they eat and drink all day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you have a free home, I guess you could eat and drink all day.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. Lazlo was busting my balls because I said I've always wanted to live, and I can't find anyone to share this dream with me, but I want the big...
I'm sure you can.
The big plantation.
Just have maybe one of the framers.
I want one of those
Jefferson Davis, probably, if you could.
Plantation homes with the weeping willows, the driveway that goes through the weeping willows.
Yeah.
And you get with the wraparound porch that goes all the way around.
It's in Django Unchained. That's plantation, that nice willow trees.
Yes. Or like Forrest Gump's house, his mom's house, something like that.
The long driveway.
Maybe it's got a pond out back or something. Nice. Yeah. You just sit on the front deck. You got a nice rocking chair. You watch the sun go down over your weeping willows.
Why is he busting your balls for that?
No. He said I was racist or something for wanting to live in a plantation.
I said if he could live anywhere, he'd live in a plantation, and he was like, I'd have a black woman working for me.
I did not say that. I did not say that. I said I'd like to have.
I was like, he's like, well, nobody want to do it with me. I'm like, oh, Jefferson. But your maid was like, oh, some fast, the way.
I just said a maid. That's all I said.
No.
I gave her the old-timey voice.
Yeah, the old-timey voice. Let me hear the old-timey voice.
Plantation and then maid.
I said maid. She doesn't have to be black.
Let me hear the old-timey voice. He said, oh, Mr. Matthews.
I said,
oh, Mr. Matthews. That's what he did. Oh, Mr. Matthews. Can I get you some dinner?
I never said.
Jesus Christ,
all I said was that I wanted
racist.
I'm not a racist. I don't care what color she is. She can be Mexican or Asian or white. It doesn't matter.
She can be Mexican.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not racist. She can be Mexican.
I don't care. I want like
she can be Mexican. First, he gave her the quintessential stereotypical Southern maid voice, right? Or as we say, slave voice.
No, it was just a Southern voice.
And then he went from there to, I'm not racist. She could be Hispanic or Asian. Paused, looked at me, realized what he said, and then said, or white.
I don't care. I don't care what
throw that out there, or white. It's not racist.
I don't care what color she is. I just, it's a big house.
But how that could be a part of the
I'd like someone to clean for me.
House. Why you're adding in these things?
I think part of my dream of living in this home is that you have someone who can clean this giant house for you.
Jefferson Davis over here.
Yes. No, I'd pay
Jefferson Davis.
No, I would pay her, obviously.
But neither one of us said we need someone to clean it.
Because you don't want to live in a giant plantation house. I want to live in a huge house.
We don't say we need a landscape.
Part of why you want it, you said, is that because you want the maid.
Like to have help.
Quote unquote, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, slave.
I did not say slave.
Look, man, I'm not an idiot. You could have said a giant condo in Manhattan but I'm worried about all that room. I don't know if I'd be able to clean it myself, so can I get a maid service? You didn't say that. You said I want a giant plantation, basically broke into blackface.
No, I did not.
And then said part of the allure is that apparently if you buy a plantation in South Carolina, it comes with black people.
No, I did not.
And why does it have to be a woman? Why can't it be a guy?
Well, I would like it to be a woman. I don't know. I would like it to be a woman. I feel more comfortable with a woman. But it could be a guy.
Jesus, man.
I need help cleaning the place, okay? It's a giant house, and I don't want to dust it and do all that stuff to take care of it. I need someone to mow the lawn.
Right, but when I thought of mine, I didn't say, I need a landscaper.
Yes, because you
need security
a condo
guard.
on the beach.
I didn't say condo. I said a nice house on the beach. I didn't start saying what I...
Part of my dream is that if you live in this giant home, you'd need help to take care of it. It's like it's almost like a farm.
I just don't get why your mind goes there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you see people living that, you have to have someone help you with all it's acres and acres of land. You have to have someone mow. You have to have someone clean. All that stuff. You have a gardener. You have all those things.
Mm-hmm. But neither one of us thought about people we'd hire.
So that's not your dream, right? Okay? But if I picked a condo in Manhattan, I don't think about that.
Neither one of us had a condo in Manhattan.
Okay, but whatever. If I picked a house on the beach, I don't think about the fact that I need all that help around the house. God, man.
I get it, man. I mean, I totally understand. I mean, you're not the only one who thought like that. I mean, you and Robert E. Lee. Such a big house. I'm really going to need help.
I think she would like
Wouldn't like to pay him.
I would definitely pay her. Of course I would pay her. I said I would pay. You have someone who cleans your house?
Stonewall Slim Fast over there.
You have someone who cleans your house? You hire maids to clean your house? It's no different. I would want to hire maids to clean my house. But if a place that big, I'd like to have full-time staff.
I get it, man.
What?
I got it.
You're making it sound...
I didn't make it sound like anything. I picked a condo or a house on the beach. Mm-hmm. I didn't say anything about staff.
Right.
Forget the staff. Okay,
I didn't
fine. I'll
break into blackface when I did it.
Myself. I didn't. Your mind went there. Mine didn't.
No. Oh, please do the voice again that you did.
It was a southern accent.
Okay, let me hear it. Mr. Matthews. Please, let me do that.
Mr. Matthews, what can I help you? That's a southern accent. It's Louisiana. That's where they are. I like the movie.
Are you going to have cotton fields out back?
Man, I want like Forrest Gump's house. That's all I said. If I had a ton of money, if I was rich, like Kid Rock rich, I wouldn't take
the mountain. Kid Rock. The guy who travels around the country with the goddamn Confederate flag.
Is for sale.
If I was as awesome as Kid Rock.
His house is for sale.
Right.
His house is for sale.
All the rich
Kid Rock doesn't live in South Carolina or anything. He just had to pick another white racist
because
guy.
His house is for sale and he has that big home in Malibu.
If I was rich, like,
I don't want to live in Malibu. I'd like to have a big old home.
No one says if I was rich like Kid Rock.
Right, unless they're racist.
His house is for sale. I'm just saying, if I
was rich like those dudes in Leonard Skinner, that'd be awesome.
I was rich like Mel Gibson.
If I was rich like Tom Hanks, then that's the kind of house I would want. I wouldn't buy in Malibu. I would, if I could just afford one nice place, I'd want the nice, giant, home with lots of land and the big weeping willows and the huge, maybe the pond in the backyard.
Yeah,
and
it sounds nice.
Mm-hmm. You like to go into the kitchen, just hear... Sweet cherry.
No.
Come for to carry me. You're like, man, wouldn't that be nice?
I didn't say I wanted to live
reminiscent
in the
of the glory days.
I didn't say I wanted to live in the 1700s.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to live...
Just a big plantation. When times were good for everyone, except for people not my color. A complete asshat.
Would you have a white guy be your maid?
Sure. I don't care.
Right. You heard him, man. It was unfiltered. First thing he said, she doesn't have to be black. She doesn't have to be black. She can be Hispanic.
Or Asian or white.
You said she could be Mexican.
Mexican.
She doesn't have to be black. She can be Mexican or Asian. And then you realize, man, I could name off about 3 more minorities, but I better throw white in there before I get in trouble.
I don't care what color she is. Mm-hmm. I don't. If I said I prefer white, that would be racist. If I said I prefer a white woman.